Department of Injustice is playing cleanup for the Biden family of perverts, and you are paying for it. Case in point, on April 3, 2024, the DOJ asked a Southern District of New York judge to sentence a single mother of two, Aimee Harris, to 10 months in prison for having found first daughter Ashley Biden's diary in a Florida halfway house. Immediately after this announcement, I noticed something strange. The news media dutifully parroted the DOJ's exact language from their press release describing the situation and labeling the woman who found the diary as the diary thief, describing it as a diary theft, referring to it as a stolen diary. To be clear, this is not a story about some perverted diary of another drug addict Biden family member. This is a much bigger and more disturbing trend. The DOJ and the Southern District of New York have this habit of going after the people who expose the crimes, not the people who commit them. When this story first broke in 2020, Aimee Harris found the diary in what was described as a halfway house. Ashley Biden was in rehab in Palm Beach, Florida, and stayed at this house before moving to Philadelphia in 2020. Aimee Harris, also out of rehab, moved in a few weeks later and found Ashley Biden's diary stashed between a mattress. The diary included Ashley Biden's explosive claims of taking showers with her dad, Joe. Ashley Biden would, like her half-brother Hunter, suffer with drug and sex addictions from her early and inappropriate familial relations. The diary was so disgusting, we hoped it was fake. We wouldn't be so lucky. Aimee Harris sold this diary to the investigative team at Project Veritas. Ashley herself confirmed it was her diary.
There's a diary here. It starts in January. It says, January at the end of a New York month, I'm sitting on a bed at the I building.
Yeah, so if you could just give everything that you have to Eric, that would be really great. I
don't want to give this to the wrong person. I mean, I want to make sure
at this point, and I don't mean to. I don't want to have to get Secret Service involved in this, right? Because it's a whole process.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I am Ashley Biden. It is my stuff.
Project Veritas never published the full diary, and while even the New York Times had to admit the diary was real, they failed to mention its deeply disturbing contents. They did, however, confirm the FBI was on the case. The Daily Mail next reported that the FBI wasn't investigating Aimee Harris for theft at all. There was nothing illegal about finding the diary in a halfway house where Ashley left it. Nor did the FBI say Aimee stole the diary. Rather, the FBI was investigating Aimee Harris for selling the diary to the media. We find out later, Ashley Biden's lawyer called for the Southern District of New York to get involved. That same day, the Southern District of New York opened an investigation into the journalists at Project Veritas. Pre-dawn FBI raids on journalists followed. No Project Veritas journalist was charged with the crime. But all their devices were seized. The SDNY is the Biden's personal Gestapo. They're not even hiding it anymore. So now the DOJ wants you to think that Aimee burgled the diary out of Ashley Biden's nightstand. The reality is, Aimee found Ashley Biden's diary in a halfway house, abandoned, like Hunter's laptop. That's not theft. So the DOJ had a PR problem. Either they needed to admit that Joe Biden was a pedophile, or the diary wasn't Ashley's. The DOJ did neither. No one at the DOJ, or in the media for that matter, are curious about the claims made in the journal. But the woman who exposed all of this, she goes to jail. And you pay for it. The diary confirms three things. Joe Biden is a pedophile who produces drug addicts for children. The DOJ will stretch the truth like taffy to protect the Biden name. And the DOJ is willing to throw anyone under the bus who exposes crimes against their dirty China doll politicians. This Ashley Biden diary story is yet another fine example of how the Southern District of New York and the DOJ are operating as the private legal defense firm of the Biden family. Why is the DOJ protecting the Bidens at our expense? For One American News, I'm Chanel Rion, and this is The Fine Point.
I know that everyone here will soon be marching over to the Capitol building to peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard.
It's not about justice, it's not about agenda, it's not about mobilizing people, it's about dialing for corporate dollars. These two parties have sold the U.S. government and the American people to the highest bidders.